Hello everybody, it's me Marisha, and in today's video, first of all, I want you to be happy and healthy. I want you to have a good hygiene and diet and overall a good, strong, healthy immune system. And don't panic, everybody's talking about this novel coronavirus. Georgia had confirmed third case of coronavirus, COVID-19, and it's where I live. Now, I'm not going to be talking about this coronavirus in this video. I'm going to talk about respiratory infection, but in bed. So you guys know what has happened. It's the terrible start of 2020. My bird has passed away due to this disease. And today I want to talk about prevention, symptoms, and treatment. So without further ado, let's begin. First, let's go into the precautions you have to take to avoid this respiratory disease. Now, if you're using Teflon, scented or regular candles, air fresheners, nail polish fumes, perfume fumes, that can all be the things that can make negative impact on the bird's health. So make sure that you don't use them, or at least just avoid using them around your bird. Another thing is you should stop smoking. It can be extremely detrimental to your bird's health, or at least if you can't give up smoking or don't want to, then you can just smoke in another room and make sure that the bird has no contact with the cigarette smoke. But come on, you can stop smoking. You can do it. My father smokes, and even though I was constantly under the stress and constantly mad at my father for smoking near my bed and controlling the situation, I still think that Sissy did have a chance to inhale cigarette smoke a few times, and that might be the cause of respiratory infection. But thankfully we're going to renovate our house soon, and me and my bird will be breathing fresh air with plenty of plants instead of the toxic fumes. Definitely make sure that the food you're giving your bird is nice and fresh and clean. Definitely clean your bird's food bowl and water bowl. So high quality food is always the way to go. I would say be careful about plastic bowls. I find that they can have quite a lot of bacteria buildup, so you have to be extremely careful about it. Another thing that can really make positive impact on the bird, that can treat and prevent the disease, is a good immune system. If you want your bird to be healthy and have a strong immune system, guess what? They have to have a balanced diet. I'm not just talking about seeds or pellets, because this is just absolute must, obviously. I'm talking about vegetables and fruit. Now, put in mind that fruits are way more sweeter than vegetables, and they are also higher in calories. So vegetables are not as sweet, and they also don't have that much calories in them, and they have a better nutritional value. And as a bonus, it's easier to make chop with vegetables rather than with fruit, because vegetables don't have that much juice in them. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't feed your bird fruits. It just means that vegetables should be offered to your bird in much higher quantities. So make sure to feed your bird vegetables and not just dry food. However, things can happen, and sometimes birds are really good at hiding their symptoms. In the wild, birds hide their symptoms because they are afraid they won't be part of the flock again. And in captivity, birds also seem to hide their symptoms, but what we can do is, I recommend watching the bird when you know that the bird can't see you, so that if you notice any symptoms, then you can go to the vet ASAP. You also have to consider the fact that most of the time when you actually see your bird suffering, it means that it's too late because they can't hide their symptoms anymore. Every bird is individual, but mostly this is how it is. And if you're lucky enough, your bird can show you symptoms early enough so that the disease can be treated. The symptoms include the noise coming from the nostrils, tail bobbing, sneezing too frequently, coughing, although I would say sneezing is okay, but if it happens frequently, then you should probably go to the vet.
Another symptoms you have to be careful about is discharge, either from the nose or from the eyes. So these are the symptoms of respiratory infection and should be treated right away. Vets do treat respiratory infections with antibiotics. I was giving my bird antibiotics as well. It just didn't work because probably it was just too late. If you're early enough, you can treat your bird and hope for the best to happen. So to wrap it all up, the best things you can do is to look for symptoms, prevent the disease as much as you can by giving your bird the best diet as you can, keep them clean, make their immune system stronger, and lastly, go to the vet checkups. This is the great way to avoid the disease because you'll be able to troubleshoot the problem and treat your bird. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you find this video educational, and I'll see you in my next video.